Okay guys, guess where you're going? Nice. Guys, we are running.
Ρε, ξέχασα τις από αυτή τη μεριά και έκανα τέτοια. Δεν βλέπω καλά. Αυτά.
Okay guys, we're at the HQ. Stylianos with the Series 2. Konstantino on the phone, he'll be back in a second. Stylianos has been in and out of Greece and England. He's got a lot of extra experience from the extra wilderness, ας πούμε. And he came back with a nice toy. Λοιπόν, απλά για να καταλάβετε τι vlog πάτε να δείτε, γιατί ως έξυπνος ξέχασα να σας πω στην αρχή του βίντεο τελικά τι πάτε να δείτε. Πάτε να δείτε τη φωτογράφηση της αφίσας της εκδρομής που θα κάνουμε στις 7 και 8 Μαρτίου off-road. Enjoy! Pretty cool whip. Today we're on our way to go take some photos for the poster. This one. Λοιπόν, από ό,τι φαίνεται τελικά σας είπα ακριβώς τι πάμε να κάνουμε σήμερα. Διήμερο camping off-road. Μπείτε στην ιστοσελίδα για παραπάνω λεπτομέρειες. Αν δεν είστε μέλος, είναι μόνο 70 ευρώ το χρόνο ετήσια συνδρομή. Και όπου θα πάρετε στο κειμένο event 40 ευρώ έκπτωση. Enjoy! And yeah, let's let you guys know about things because you are a demanding audience. Stylianos with his toolbox because Land Rover reliability, but it looks so good. This is gonna be the first drive in over 3 months, he says, with this thing. It is road legal. Don't ask me how. You can ask Stylianos. Είπαμε είναι road legal στην Αγγλία.
Ναι.
Ωραία, in England it's road legal, so it should be fine. As you can tell, it's also a very warm day. We're all wearing t-shirts. This is the beauty of Greece. Yesterday there was a storm. Today we're here doing this, and it feels like a summer's day. We're even wearing shorts. Camera. Nice. He's already unpeeling. Ήδη ξετίνεσαι. Δεν άντεξε. 5 λεπτά. Alright guys, remember, always bring a charger. Konstantino forgot his charger. As always. Doesn't really matter, but in these vlogs you also learn things. So, ωραία, ξέρεις τι, let's show you guys. Nice, okay. We're learning how the buttons work.
It's a British car. It's the other way around from the one that you think it is.
Yeah, British car, everything's backwards. And because it's British, there's big sticks and small sticks. Okay, that's a bad joke. So, let me start explaining some things about this situation. Wait, let me add the mic. That's why we brought it. Alright guys, we have the mic. Mic check. There's a lot of things to show you. First of all, for some reason, everyone who has an iPhone has like 7% or 14% all the time. Anyway.
That's fake news, by the way.
Fake news. So, let me show you the most beautiful view in the world right now, which is Stylianos in his Series 2 oversized, retired English truck behind us. We're on the way to go take some photos. The reason I collaborated with Konstantino, out of all people, and I think it's the first collaboration I've ever done, is because you know, when we talk about events, I want to do serious things, nice things. And Konstantino, he's only 29 almost. He's a year younger than me, and yet he has like over 10 years of experience in legitimate off-roading, legitimate camping. He knows the tools, he knows the people, he knows all of Greece, his roots. He's the guy for the job. Check him out later, but also obviously at our event you're gonna meet him anyway. And his discovery is legit. There's a lot of tasteful things.
We also know a lot of mechanics in Greece because we have Land Rovers.
Oh yeah. Land Rovers are best friends with mechanics.
I always like to make fun of Land Rovers, but if I would for some reason, be forced to change my car, it would be with a heavy heart, and it might be a Land Cruiser. But no, I think Land Rovers are hugely misunderstood, and the reason behind it is because Land Rover owners have a good sense of humor, and we like to make fun of ourselves.
We are the off-road Alfa Romeo people, basically, I guess. But yeah, back in a second. Okay, two things, one good, one bad. The good thing is that when you stop recording, all the good conversations happen. The bad thing is that when you stop recording, all the good conversations happen. So Costantino was just telling me that, you know, he told Stylianos that Alex is gonna be here in an hour to go take some photos. Stylianos says, all right, but my car doesn't have brakes, the Series 2. He said, all right, you have an hour to fix them.
So yeah, now it has brakes.
Now it has brakes, 3 of them. One of them is kaput. Alright guys, we're at the spot. I'm just gonna show you guys what everything looks like from the outside because it's pretty cool. Stylianos, the spot. Let's go. You know, whoever designs a camera that can also portray smells is gonna become a millionaire.
We used to play basketball here like 15 years ago. As it seems.
Very cool spot. Secret location. Alright, in classic Greek fashion, or vlog fashion, one of the two. Look. Mosquitoes. Stylianos just passed us with the Series 2 and smoked us in diesel. First things first, I just found out that the Series 2 is a 4-cylinder, 2.5 liter, naturally aspirated little baby diesel engine with the biggest tires I've ever seen on a Series 2. Not the best combination. 35s, which is just crazy. We miscalculated something and we just, well, Costantino just remembered a new spot.
There's a way better spot. So,
yeah, for what we're trying to do. And what we were saying off camera was that this area, Skinyas and Dikastika, ironically because of the title, is actually the most unfair area.
I think it's because judges actually have like villas here.
Yeah, basically.
I think that's the...
yeah. Anyway, this area is very beautiful, very nice. It's where we grew up to come to swim, a lot of us. And suddenly, very recently, the last couple of years, they've made it illegal to do anything here. You're not even allowed to come walk here without them asking you what's going on. And it's all in the name of safety for fires and stuff, whatever. So, long story short, we found a better place to take the photos, hang out and whatever. Hopefully less mosquitoes.
Yeah, there's no mosquitoes there because I also have like 2 or something.
Yeah. Guys, we are running. trying out the Series 2. Well, I mean, we're gonna observe it. But yeah. Okay guys, guess where you're going? Nice. Guys, of course, being a very beautiful day with two very capable off-roaders, guess what we're doing? We're f***ing around. Silianos just went with his Series 2. Να σου πω, μας μαθαίνεις περιληπτικά διαφορές μεταξύ Series 1, 2, 3.
Ναι, δεν έχω
Ελληνικά, ό,τι γουσάρεις, ό,τι σου βγαίνει. Okay guys, we're about to learn the difference real quick with Series 1, Series 2, Series 3.
Γενικά όλα αυτά έχουν σούστες, και το Series 1 και το Series 2 και το 2α, αυτό είναι 2α και το 3 έχουν όλα σούστες. Τα Defender μετά είχαν ελαττήρια. Σε γενικές γραμμές τα Series 1, τα κοντά, ήταν 80 inches, είχαν 80 inches μεταξώνιο και μετά όσο προχωρούσαν τα μοντέλα πήγανε στα 88. Δηλαδή είχε Series 2α, Series 3 88 inches, αυτό είναι 88 inches. Τα κοντά είχαν κάποια άλλα μοτέρ, λίγο πολύ όλα είχαν, εκτός από τα πολύ παλιά Series 1, είχαν λίγο πολύ τα ίδια μοτέρ. Το 2 και 1 τέταρτο της Land Rover, έτσι το λέγανε, ήταν 2250 κυβικά και πετρέλαιο και βενζίνη. Ουσιαστικά ήταν πολύ κοινά αυτοκίνητα. Η διαφορά τώρα για να τα ξεχωρίσεις, το Series 1 έχει ευθεία πάνελ, δεν έχει καμπύλες. Το Series 2α με το Series 2 είναι πολύ παρόμοια, είναι δύσκολο να τα ξεχωρίσεις και εντάξει δεν έχει και ιδιαίτερο νόημα. Το Series 3 τώρα, η διαφορά του είναι πιο εύκολη εξωτερικά, γιατί έχει τα φώτα στα φτερά. Τα Series 3 τα έχουν εδώ, ας πούμε. Και επίσης τα Series 3 γενικά γίνανε πιο πολύ αυτοκίνητα μετέπειτα και είχαν κανονικό ταμπλό. Δεν είχαν δηλαδή μεταλλικό ταμπλό. Αυτά σε γενικές γραμμές. Τώρα υπήρχαν κάποιες διαφορές σε διάφορα διαφορικά μοντέλα διαφορικών. Που είναι εντάξει τώρα πολύ μικρές διαφορές που δεν έχουν νόημα και δύσκολα θα τις ξεχωρίσει κάποιος κοιτώντας ένα αυτοκίνητο, αν δεν είναι λίγο πολύ μηχανικός Land Rover. Αυτά.
Okay guys, so what you just saw was a mix of the Discovery going off-road. I'll explain to you what happened in a second. And you also saw Stylianos teaching you analytically the actual differences of the 3 different series Defender. What happens with this generation of Discovery is that you have an open diff in the back, an open diff in the front, an open central diff, which doesn't lock any of the 3. And now you can mechanically lock the central diff in these things, but if you do, obviously it's not really ideal for daily driving with a central diff locked. But man, this looks so good. Today is such a good day. 27th of January, and we're out in our shirts and shorts in the sun, having a good time. Anyway, so yeah, back to the adventure to take a photo. Alright, Stylianos with the Series 2 is gonna try rear-wheel drive only. Hello. Nice. Guys, Stylianos told me to take this baby down there. I just wanted to try the clutch. Λοιπόν. Έχει μηχανικό τιμόνι. Ναι, άρα όλα βαριά. Mechanical steering, super heavy. Clutch is probably from a truck. 4 gears without synchro. Let's see. Όπισθεν. Easy. Έβαλα όπισθεν κατά λάθος. Σαν το μπεμβέινα, αριστερά και πίσω. Ωραία, we are officially driving the beast. With 3 brakes instead of 4. I have no idea how to put the parking brake. I have no idea how to get out. We found it. Χειρόφρενο. Δεν χρειάζεται χειρόφρενο. We do not need a handbrake. Because it's so big, it just sits there. Τρελή εμπειρία. So, first of all, the onion is peeling one more layer. We're gonna show you guys how easy these tents are, because this is a bit of a διαφήμιση, τέτοιο advertisement. But also we want you to see what we're gonna use at the trip. Super easy. One man job.
You just undo those hinges.
You just undo the hinges.
You just push it up.
Push it up. Voila.
Basically you are
Ready.
ready to go. You can set up the annex that
Yeah.
goes around for the rain and stuff, which I will do.
This is how to do the annex in case it rains, or in general, just to have an annex.
Yeah.
Cool word. You see, off-roading isn't just a manly sport, it's also a manly language. I will fast forward this part because it's probably boring for you. Nice. We would show you how the ladder works, but we forgot it at the place. Doesn't matter. You get the point.
When you have a spare wheel.
Yeah, you can just climb the vehicle. Man, this looks good. Lol. When we're done, we took the photos, putting back down the tent, roof tent. Nice and easy. Got bit by a lot of mosquitoes everywhere, almost. In the wise words of Confucius, you realize that violence is not the answer when a mosquito lands on your. A lot of them landed everywhere. We don't want to be violent, so we are leaving. Because once the sun goes down, yeah. Guys, we're driving back. Most of the adventurous part is over, and now we're at the next part, which is where you get to meet Konstantino briefly, see who's the man behind everything that we're gonna do.
The human.
Yes.
Hey guys.
First question, Konstantine, in your own words, who are you and why do you love off-roading so much?
Okay, the first thing that drew me into it, of course, was the car part, because I always liked like 4x4s. I never liked fast cars. Sorry guys, fast car enthusiast. I was always, drawn into the Chevy Blazer K5 or the Ford Bronco, the old ones, but they are super rare in Greece. So then in 2015, I think I got my first Land Rover, which was super cheap at the time. I was not a Land Rover fan. It was a Disco 1, 1996, I think. I have had it for 8 years, something like that. We've learned a lot of things on this car, a lot of mistakes. So when we moved into Disco 2, it was a much easier process. And that's why we actually decided to go for the Disco 2, because we were looking into Defenders and Land Cruisers. Unfortunately, Land Cruisers are super rare in Greece, not Prados, like Land Cruisers. And they were super expensive. We knew how we wanted to make it. It was diesel, so fuel consumption was way better, power was way better, and it's a bit bigger than the Disco 1. Go and explore new places, go to a super epic natural spot and just be there. We were looking for a tent for ourselves, Hellenic shelter from New Zealand, and they were not available in Europe. It was like, that's it, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring them over in Europe, and that's what we did. Now we're super happy doing what we love. We do what we love. We have the time to travel more, and I spend time doing something that I love, and I think that I help people getting, the gear to get them further. We always sit down with customers and we discuss about, travel plans and setups and everything, and that's the point of life for me.
And this is what Hellenic Spot is about. It's about all of you guys who are all different. We all like a lot of things. We get to discover new sort of experiences. Ah, nice. We just saw a duck.
Super excited when we see wildlife, even if it's a duck.
We said this in the vlog number 2, I think, when we went off-roading with the boys at Pedeli. Off-roading allows you to actually explore everything, see nature for what it is, and then obviously camping in nature, which is what we're gonna do for this reason. You get to actually listen to it, be a part of it, see the whole cycle in 24 hours, and just see kind of how nature moves, how things react to the sun coming up, into the streams, seeing how which is fun because, sorry guys, getting a lot of messages. And then of course the automotive aspect, the actual sensation of driving off-road, it's always a challenge. And obviously it's something that trains you for the apocalypse. If you ever need to go off-roading.
That's what we're praying for.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the apocalypse.
Waiting for the apocalypse. The revelation times.
This thing was actually Land Rover's attempt to antagonize Japanese vehicle manufacturers. The Land Cruiser Prado, the Mitsubishi Pajero, and all this stuff that were like marketed to young people, they're actually the definition of SUV, or a sports utility vehicle, back in the 90s. Like, you can take it, you can go off-road, you can go do your sports and stuff. So this was targeted for a younger audience. You know, it was way cheaper than a Range Rover, but you know, a bit more comfortable than a Defender. So it actually saved the brand back in the 90s, because it had a serious issue with its sales, because it has the Range Rover, which was a more upper class, let's say, vehicle, and the one that Ciliano is driving behind me, which is a thing on its own. So they didn't have a vehicle that was falling right in between. So yeah, cool story behind the Disco.
No, and there you go. Reliability.
No, I disagree. It's been quite fun. So, okay, they are not Toyotas. I think Toyotas are a thing on their own. But this thing has 432,000 kilometers on the clock.
If you don't believe us,
Yeah,
right there.
with the original engine untouched. So yeah, I think that's a success. But you know, we had other things like electronic ECU things and stuff, which are, you know, typical for the TD5 engine. But at the moment here, I think we have the two most legendary engines Land Rover ever produced: the TD5 on the Disco and the 200 TDI on the series. So they have some good parts, they have some bad parts, but I think they're not as bad as, you know, people think they are.
Toyota, you can literally drop off a cliff or throw it in a pond or whatever, and it'll be fine. But if you take care of these ones, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. To be honest, I'm more of a Toyota guy, but this works and makes sense, so that's why I have it.
Nice.
Who is this? Who is this? Bravo.
Next, if one of you doesn't have an off-roader for the day, or if you generally don't have an off-roader and you want to join, you can rent a Suzuki Jimny or a Ranger. I recommend the Jimnys. Let me just show you what a Jimny kind of looks like. Chickens. Nice. All right, let's show you what a Jimny looks like. These are the keys. These are for when you get stuck. Put them in front of the wheel or under the wheel if you can. And two high, four low. And if you don't know what that is, don't go off-roading. I'm kidding. We can teach you everything. It's fine. If you can learn how to ride a bike, you can learn how to do this. The good thing about the Jimnys is they're very small on the outside. They're big enough on the inside. They have everything that you'll need. Hill descent control, electric windows. You have this little tray here to leave your little tools. You have Bluetooth and all the basics, but that's the point of this vehicle. It is a very basics, hands-on sort of thing. And here's a fun fact that most of you probably don't know. In an off-road vehicle, what you want is thick switches. Thick meaning, for example, you know, these knobs, these. Thick because when you go off-roading, like in the snow or in mud, you might have gloves on, and instead of having to put on your gloves and take them off and whatever, you can just use everything with your gloves and it'll still work. That's why these look so cheap, big and boring, but it's because they're practical. Όλα αυτά τα πατάς με ευκολία and you don't really need much else. So yeah, let's try this baby out. Classic Japanese. Starts right up. Let's drive it. Time for the B-roll. Now what I love about these the most is that they remind me of Matt from Call Wow. Green little Jimny. And the other thing that's really cool about these is they're so small and light. But other than the fact that they're small and light, they're so nimble. They're easy to drive. You know, they're easy to look out of. They're the perfect little thing. As Stylianos said behind the scenes, this car is a cheat code. And what you want in an off-road situation, which might be a little difficult sometimes, is a cheat code. Anyway, mosquitoes are starting to bite us. We're out. Let's show you some of the camping gear. You know what's funny about Jimnys is they're so small and light. Look at this. I mean, obviously you get some help, but look. Nice. Fridge. Battery pack, I think. And yeah, I need to learn what all this stuff is. But you can go overlanding, live in the middle of nowhere with all this stuff easily. Alright guys, all the information is going to be on the website. Those of you who are members already have access to the website. You're going to have access to all the details, but also you're just going to have to click going, select the car that you're going to bring from your garage. Of course, if you need any merch, like hoodies or fleece or anything like that, just contact us. We're thinking of a lot of different activities, starting a campfire, doing some extra difficult terrain, and έτσι για τους λίγο πιο άγριους της παρέας. Thank you, and that's it. Goodbye.